Hi guys, welcome to this new video wherein we are going to talk about how to create lead assignment rules in Salesforce. So imagine a scenario where leads are flooding into the system and you don't know how to manage or assign those leads to sales executives. Now that is where lead assignment rule comes in picture. Let's dig in more and imagine a scenario where leads are coming from different sources, say from your email marketing campaign or from sales executive or from your website. And now you want to assign those leads to appropriate executives based on the information present on the lead. What basically lead assignment rule would do is that would enable your system to automatically assign the leads to specific users or to a group basis on the assignment rules maintained in the system. We'll go ahead and check the assignment rules, how they are made and how the leads are basically assigned basis on the lead assignment rule. Before jumping to that, let me tell you, there could be multiple lead assignment rules on a particular object, but only one at a time can be made active. Similarly, if we go deep down to the lead assignment rule, if I take down the lead assignment rule number one and go within that, there could be multiple rule entries in which there would be two things, criteria and the assignee. If the criteria is met in the first rule entry, then the lead would be assigned to the mentioned user or queue. If not, then the system will look forward to the next rule entry. What are these? We are going to take a good look to that in the coming video. So now, first thing first, let's just go to the setup. Let's go to the setup and create a new lead assignment rule. So there's my setup page. I'll just type the lead assignment in the quick find box. Lead assignment rule. Okay, there you go. Click on the lead assignment rules. Now within that, you can just create a new lead assignment rule and add different rule entries to that particular lead assignment rule. So as we can check, there's one already the present default standard lead assignment rule, which is currently inactive. So let's forget about it and just create a new lead assignment rule. Now I am talking about a scenario where my organization is all over the place and I just want my leads to be assigned on the basis of their location. So let's say I'm saying my lead one is coming from New York City. I want that lead to be assigned to one particular user. My next lead is coming from some other state. So similarly, I want someone from that state to take care of the lead. So I'll assign that lead to that particular user who can take care of that lead. So it would be on the basis of your city, on the city of the lead. So let's name it as lead assignment on the basis of city. There you go. I'll just don't forget to make it active. Now that's the point which I told you that there could be multiple lead assignment rules associated to a particular object, but only one at a time can be active. In this case, I'll make this particular lead assignment rule as active and go ahead and save the record. Now see, I've created a new lead assignment rule by the name lead assignment on the basis of city. Let's just go ahead and see what we can do with the rule entries and what is it about. So now this is my lead assignment. Within that lead assignment rule, there could be multiple rule entries which we are going to add one by one. So the first thing first, my lead will get allotted to the lead assignment rule. First thing, it will go by order and check the rule entry one. Rule entry one will have certain criteria and a associated assignee. So if that criteria is met, the lead will get assigned to that user or a queue. If not, then it will look for the other rule entry. Similarly, the same thing would happen for the rule entry 2. Lead will check the criteria. If that is met, the lead will get assigned to that particular user with whatever is mentioned on that rule entry. If not, then the lead will jump to the next rule entry. Similarly, by that logic, and at the end of it, it comes out to from the rule entry. Now just go ahead and create a new rule entry in this case. Now this is the order which I was talking about. Whenever the lead comes to the lead assignment rule or the rule entry, it it, it goes by a certain order. So let's say I want my lead to first check this particular criteria which I'm going to mention right now. So I'm saying we were talking about the city, we are talking about the location. So that is one field that is present in the object city. I'll select that as a criteria and say if my city is equals to NYC, then it should get assigned to a particular user. There you can select a queue as well. In this case, I'm going to assign it to a particular user. So Emily Clark is there in New York City who takes care of all the leads. So I have made Emily Clark the owner of the leads coming from New York City. Talking about the email template, now this is the template which goes to Emily Clark, notifying her that a particular lead has been assigned. You have been made an owner to this particular lead, and Emily will be notified by that means. So this is the email template, and this would be for the purpose of notification to Emily Clark. I'll go ahead and can save this rule entry. Now that was my first rule entry. Suppose the criteria is not met in this case, my system should look for another rule entry, or it may just get out. I can just keep a single rule entry here. If the city is equals to NYC, the lead will get assigned to Emily Clark, otherwise to the default owner whosoever is creating the lead. Similarly, I can just go ahead and create a new rule entry, and I'll set the order 2 first and then the 2. Now this is second in order. If NYC is not met, then I should look for some other city. In this case, let's say it is Ohio. If my lead is coming from Ohio, then it should get assigned to a particular queue. In this case, I'll selecting a user. I'll take up some random user in this case, and just go on and save the record. So now I have 2 rule entries for my lead assignment on the basis of city rule, which is active currently. So whenever I create a rule after this, whenever I create a lead after this, it will first check, it will go by order in the rule entries. It will first check city as New York City. If that is met, if that criteria is met, it will assign the lead to Emily Clark. Else it will jump to the next order. If the lead city is equals to Ohio, it will assign that particular user to the respective user. It will assign that particular lead to respective user. Now just go back and check if that particular thing is working. So for that, I'll just go ahead and create a new lead in the system. Okay, so here I select salutation. Let's create a new lead by the name Ryan Anderson. Let's give some. That's his phone number 345-3456. Company is Real Agent. And now city is the important part to check our lead assignment rule, as the criteria is on the basis of city. So let's say Ryan is coming from New York City, and we'll just go ahead and save the records. Now there's a catch. Before saving the record, as you can check on the left, there's a checkbox by the name assign using active assignment rule. Now this has to be true if in case you want this lead to be allotted to the lead assignment rule. If you want that lead assignment rule to run on this lead, you'll have to make this checkbox as true before saving the record. Otherwise, it won't get assigned to. It would not go to a lead assignment rule and be like that only. Whosoever is creating the record, that particular person would be the owner of the lead, and there would be no lead assignment rule applicable to this. So I'm just making this as true because I want this lead to be automatically assigned to some user. I'll just go ahead and save the record. Now I've created one new lead, Ryan Anderson. Now I just go and check it. This is NYC, and as I can check, the lead owner is Emily Clark, even though someone else has created this particular lead. So that tells much about the flow, how the lead assignment rule basically works. If I just go deep into the rule entry criterias, I can just tell you, you can, let's say I'm ordering 3, you can even run this rule if this particular formula evaluates to true. So in case of complex rule sets, you can use this space wherein you can use all these functions and begin, case, date, distance, and everything includes. And you can write down your query. And if that query, you can even check the syntax of your query. So yeah, if that comes out to be true, then only it will assign the lead to this particular user or queue. So this is for the complex set of rules. In our case, we have selected criteria met as simple rule sets, wherein we are talking about the different fields that are present on the lead object. So we can also go by the annual revenue generated for that lead. We can select that, and we can say if that is greater than 500 million or something, then my lead should assign to this. So similarly, you can just go ahead and check for other fields on the lead object as well. So that was around the lead assignment rules. I hope that video was helpful, and thank you so much for your time and patience.